Welcome to Self-Crafted Life, the space where you stop doubting, start trusting, and finally live as the real you. Beyond romance, 10 powerful forms of love that transform your life. Love is one of the most powerful forces shaping human existence, yet most of us view it through an incredibly narrow lens. We grow up watching movies, reading stories, and hearing songs that equate love almost entirely with romance, a soulmate, a happily ever after, a passionate relationship that's supposed to complete us. While romantic love is beautiful, it's just one color in a much richer spectrum. There are countless forms of love, each with its own depth, meaning, and transformative power. In this video, we're going to step beyond the boundaries of romance and explore 10 profound expressions of love that can completely reshape how you see yourself, others, and the world around you. From the unconditional kindness we extend to strangers, to the deep bonds of lifelong friendship, to the quiet yet powerful love within families, each form has the capacity to heal, inspire, and expand our humanity. By understanding these many faces of love, you'll not only enrich your own life, but also discover new ways to connect, to give, and to receive. Love isn't limited to one relationship status or a specific kind of partner. It's an endless resource available to everyone, every day. So, whether you're single, in a relationship, surrounded by friends, or feeling alone, the truth is, you are already connected to an infinite network of love. All it takes is learning to see it, nurture it, and let it guide you. Let's begin the journey to uncover the 10 powerful forms of love that exist far beyond romance. 1. The narrow lens. Why we limit love. We often see love through the lens of media and societal expectations, of vision dominated by romance, passion, and the idea of finding the one. Movies show grand gestures, love songs idealize perfect partners, and social media reinforces highlight reels of relationships. While these portrayals can be inspiring, they also limit our understanding. They suggest that love's primary, or even sole, expression is romantic love, and that without it, something is missing. This narrow definition can lead to feelings of inadequacy or loneliness for those who don't fit into the mold. People might believe they are failing at love if they're single, divorced, or simply uninterested in romance. Yet love is so much broader. It exists in friendships, in acts of service, in family bonds, in the joy of shared passions, and even in the compassion we feel for strangers. By limiting love to romance, we overlook the hundreds of opportunities every day to give and receive it in different forms. Imagine if we valued a friend's loyalty as deeply as a partner's affection, or appreciated the beauty in community, kindness, as much as in personal intimacy. In truth, expanding our definition of love doesn't diminish romance, it enhances it. When we see love in its many forms, we stop chasing it as a scarce commodity and start experiencing it as an abundant, renewable source. This shift frees us from unrealistic expectations and opens the door to deeper fulfillment in all areas of life. 2. Unveiling agape. Love for humanity. Agape is the highest, most selfless form of love, a love for humanity that transcends personal gain. It's the compassion that drives people to help strangers in need, the empathy that moves us to donate, volunteer, or simply offer kindness without expecting anything in return. This love is not transactional. It exists because we recognize our shared human experience. Throughout history, great acts of agape have changed the world. Think of those who risked their lives to save others during disasters, or individuals who dedicate decades to humanitarian work in difficult conditions. But agape isn't limited to heroic acts. It's also present in small, everyday gestures, holding the door for someone, listening without judgment, or offering a smile that brightens a stranger's day. Psychologically, practicing agape expands our sense of identity. We start seeing ourselves as part of a collective whole, rather than isolated individuals. This shift can improve mental well-being, increase resilience, and foster a sense of purpose. Agape challenges us to step outside our comfort zone. It invites us to see people not as us and them, but as we. In a divided world, this form of love has the power to bridge gaps, heal wounds, and inspire unity. And the more we give it, the more it grows within us, creating a ripple effect that can touch lives far beyond our own. 3. Philia's embrace. The bonds of friendship. Philia is the love of deep friendship, a connection built not on romance, but on trust, shared experiences, and mutual respect. Unlike relationships fueled by attraction or obligation, friendships thrive on choice. We choose the people we confide in, laugh with, and lean on during hard times. This form of love can be as transformative as any romantic relationship. In fact, strong friendships often outlast romances. Friends can become chosen family, filling roles of emotional support, accountability, and companionship. They celebrate our wins without envy, comfort us through loss, and remind us of who we truly are when we forget. Philia also nurtures personal growth. With a true friend, we feel safe enough to be vulnerable, to share our doubts and dreams without fear of judgment. That safety allows us to take risks, learn from mistakes, and become better versions of ourselves in our fast-paced, digital world. Friendships sometimes get sidelined in favor of work, romantic pursuits, or family obligations. Yet research shows that strong friendships are vital for mental health, longevity, and resilience. They offer joy, grounding, and a reminder that we are never truly alone. Cultivating philia means making time sending that message, showing up when it matters, and being present without distraction. Because when life's storms hit, it's often the steady hands of friendship that help us stand again. For Storge, the quiet power of family love. Storge represents the natural affection between family members. It's the bond between parents and children, siblings, grandparents, and even chosen family who have stood by us for years. Unlike the fiery excitement of romance or the deliberate choice of friendship, Storge often grows quietly over time, woven into the fabric of shared history. Family love isn't always simple. It can be tested by misunderstandings, generational gaps, or life's hardships, but it carries a unique resilience, rooted in shared experiences, blood ties, or deep commitment. Even after conflict, Storge has the capacity to forgive and rebuild, often stronger than before. This form of love shapes our earliest understanding of connection, from a parent's comforting hug to a sibling's protective presence. Storge teaches us about safety, belonging, and unconditional care. As we grow older, we may also come to understand that family isn't just who we're born to, it's who shows up for us. Consistently and without agenda, the quiet power of Storge is its stability. While other forms of love may ebb and flow, family love often acts as an anchor in turbulent times, and when nurtured with patience and understanding, it becomes a lifelong source of support and identity. 5. Eros, beyond romance. Passion for life. Eros is often defined as romantic or sexual love, but its essence is passion, the fire that fuels creativity, ambition, and zest for living. When we expand Eros beyond romance, it becomes the force that drives us to pursue what lights us up, whether that's art, travel, learning, or a cause we believe in. Living with Eros means waking up excited for the day ahead. It's saying yes to experiences that challenge and inspire us, and throwing ourselves fully into the things we love. This passion is contagious. It inspires those around us and draws new opportunities into our lives. When Eros is channeled into personal growth and purpose, it enriches every other form of love. A person who is passionate about life brings vitality into friendships, warmth into family bonds, and depth into romance. They're not seeking fulfillment solely from others because they are already lit from within. Unfortunately, many people suppress their passions, either out of fear, self-doubt, or societal expectations. Reclaiming eros means giving yourself permission to pursue joy without guilt or apology. It's a reminder that living fully is not selfish. It's a gift to yourself and to everyone whose life you touch. 6. Ludus. The joy of playful love. Ludus is the playful side of love, the teasing banter between friends, the inside jokes with a partner, the shared laughter that lightens even the heaviest day. It's a reminder that not all love needs to be serious to be meaningful. In fact, the ability to play together often keeps relationships strong. Playful love is about curiosity, spontaneity, and living in the moment. It invites us to drop our guard, release our worries, and simply enjoy another's company. Whether it's a game night with friends, a spontaneous trip, or a silly dance in the kitchen, Ludus injects joy into our connections. It's also a form of emotional glue. Shared moments of fun create positive memories that strengthen bonds and provide resilience during hard times. When you can laugh with someone, you're more likely to navigate challenges together without breaking apart. Sadly, as adults, we often neglect Ludus. Responsibilities pile up, and the idea of play feels frivolous. But neuroscience shows that play reduces stress, sparks creativity, and deepens trust. In relationships of all kinds, romantic, platonic, or familial, making time for playful love is an investment in long-term connection. So, don't wait for the right moment to have fun. Create it, because love that plays together stays together. 7. Pragma. Love that endures. Pragma is the steady, enduring love that grows through shared commitment, mutual respect, and time. It's the kind of love seen in long marriages, lifelong friendships, and partnerships that weather decades of change. Unlike the spark of new romance, Pragma's strength lies in stability. Enduring love is built on choices, not just feelings. It's choosing to show up, even when it's inconvenient. Choosing kindness over pride, compromise over stubbornness. Over time, these choices weave a bond that becomes almost unshakable. Pragma doesn't mean the absence of conflict, it means navigating it with respect and understanding. It's the recognition that relationships are living things, requiring care and adaptation as both people grow. This love is not about avoiding storms, but learning to sail through them together. In a world that often idolizes instant gratification, Pragma reminds us of the beauty of patience. The deepest connections aren't rushed. They are cultivated. And while it may not always have the fiery thrill of Eros or the playfulness of Ludus, it carries something equally powerful, a sense of home. 8. Philadia. The foundation of self-love. Philadia is self-love, not vanity or self-obsession, but a healthy respect for your own worth and well-being. It's the root from which all other forms of love grow. Without it, even the most passionate romance or loyal friendship can feel empty. Self-love begins with self-awareness, recognizing your needs, boundaries, and dreams. It's the courage to say no when something doesn't serve you, and the grace to forgive yourself when you stumble. It's treating yourself with the same compassion you'd offer someone you care about deeply. Philadia isn't selfish. In fact, it makes you more capable of loving others. When your own cup is full, you give freely without resentment. When you trust your own worth, you don't cling out of fear, you connect from a place of abundance. Practicing self-love might mean taking time for rest, pursuing passions, investing in your health, or surrounding yourself with people who uplift you. It's about creating a life that reflects your values and honoring yourself enough to live it fully. Ultimately, Philatia teaches us this: you are not just worthy of love, you are a source of it. And when you stand rooted in self-love, every other relationship in your life flourishes. 9. Compassionate love. Empathy in action. 300T. Compassionate love is the bridge between feeling and doing. It's not just understanding someone's pains, actively stepping in to help ease it. This kind of love shows up in countless ways. Bringing soup to a sick friend, listening without judgment when someone shares their struggles, or standing up for someone who can't defend themselves. What makes compassionate love powerful is its universality. It's not reserved for family or friends. It extends to strangers, communities, and even causes we believe in. It's the love that moves people to volunteer, to donate, to lend a hand without expecting anything in return. Science shows that compassion benefits both the giver and receiver. Acts of kindness release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which strengthens social connection and reduces stress. On a larger scale, compassion fosters cooperation, trust, and resilience within groups, whether that's a neighborhood, a workplace, or an entire society. But compassion isn't always easy. It asks us to look beyond our own needs and comfort zones, to be present in the face of discomfort. It challenges us to see the humanity in people we might not understand or even agree with. The truth is, compassionate love changes the world, not through grand gestures, but through consistent, everyday acts. Small ripples of kindness create waves that reach farther than we can imagine. And when compassion becomes a habit, it transforms both the giver and the world they inhabit. 10. Universal love, the connected web of all life universal. Love is the recognition that we are all part of the same human story. It's the awareness that every person you meet, whether a loved one, a stranger, or even someone you struggle with, is connected to you through the shared experience of being alive. This love transcends labels, borders, and differences. It's what inspires people to march for justice in countries they've never visited, to send aid to disaster zones thousands of miles away, or to grieve for tragedies that don't touch them directly. Universal love asks us to see beyond us and them, and to embrace we. It's a radical shift in perspective, recognizing that another's suffering diminishes us all, and another's joy uplifts us all. This doesn't mean ignoring differences or pretending conflict doesn't exist. It means approaching those differences with curiosity and empathy instead of fear and division. When we act from universal love, we make choices that benefit not only ourselves, but the greater whole. We consider the impact of our actions on the environment, on future generations, and on communities we may never meet. In a world that often feels divided, universal love is a quiet but powerful force for unity. It reminds us that while we may walk different paths, we share the same earth, breathe the same air, and are woven into the same web of life. Final word, the many faces. One heart. Love wears many faces: romantic, familial, playful, enduring, self-nurturing, compassionate, and universal. Each form carries its own beauty, challenges, and lessons. Together, they weave the tapestry of our lives, shaping who we are and how we connect to the world. Too often, we limit our view of love to one narrow picture: romance. While romantic love is powerful, it's only a single thread. True fulfillment comes when we open ourselves to the full spectrum of love, when we cherish friendships, honor family bonds, nurture ourselves, and extend kindness to strangers. Every form of love feeds the others. Self-love strengthens your ability to care for others. Playfulness keeps relationships fresh. Enduring love offers stability in uncertain times. Compassion connects you to humanity, and universal love reminds you of your place in the bigger picture. The secret is not to chase love as something outside yourself, but to cultivate it from within and let it flow outward. When you live with love in all its forms, you create a life that is richer, more resilient, and infinitely more meaningful. So, take a moment to reflect. Which forms of love are abundant in your life? Which could you nurture more? The answers to these questions may just transform the way you see yourself, your relationships, and the world around you. Because in the end, love in all its faces is the common language of the human heart. Remember, the world doesn't need you to be perfect. It needs you to be real. Keep showing up as you.